You know, there's two Lucky Craft baits you have to have in the fall, and specifically for me, it's early fall, that transition from summer to fall. You have to have a topwater tied on. Now, later in the fall, I transition to the jerk bait and a 1.5. But prior to that, when the water's still warm, the fish really like a topwater. Now, there's two that you really need. You need a walking bait, the Sammy 105, and you need a chugging small walking bait like the G-Splash. Now, I say it's chugging and walking. You can do both with the G-Splash. And the two scenarios you need is one, schooling fish. You need the Sammy 105. It's a great walking bait. Schooling fish love a walking bait. The nice thing about this, has 3 trebles on it. When they short strike it, you can still hang them because you have more opportunities to actually hook that fish. But covering water, so schooling fish and covering ground. When you're covering ground, you're looking for those active fish, you're looking for those wolf packs of fish, and that's when you need the walking bait. Now, the popping and slow walking bait is the G-Splash. This is going to be a target bait. If the fish are on a certain piece of cover, I use the G-Splash because I can keep it in the strike zone for longer, meaning that I throw it next to a bush, I throw it next to a lay down tree, I throw it next to a target, that I can bloop the bait, bloop it and stop it, or I can walk it. Now, when this thing walks, it has such a tight walk that it's similar to throwing a frog. A frog has a real tight cadence to it, and it stays in a small area. It doesn't cover a lot of ground while you're walking it. The G-Splash will sit there and walk a bunch of times and barely move away from that strike zone. So those are the two baits you have to have in the fall: the walking Sammy 105 and the G-Splash for target casting.